Look, again, we're talking about the fundamentals of selling. You got to know that most people incorrectly estimate the amount of effort it takes to get the results from anything. This is a critical mistake that people make, that you might make, when you're going into business for yourself or with someone else and trying to hit targets and goals. When it comes time to taking action, you never want to think in terms of balance. You always think in terms of 10x, massive amounts of explosive action in all directions. With balance, with the right amount of action, you will get the results, the sales results that you need and deserve. I want you actually in the beginning to get out of balance so that later you can find that balance. Look, assume in this case, in the case of action, that the more action is better than less, because less is going to disappoint you. This is where rejection and disappointment and discouragement come from lack of action. Whatever you think needs to get done in order to get the job done, increase that amount far greater than you think necessary, and I promise you, you will get results beyond your wildest expectations. And don't buy into any of the psychobabble, mumbo jumbo, average little man, little girl, middle class thinking from your management team, from executives, from the people around you that suggest you need balance in your life. You don't need balance, you need success, okay? And you need lots of success. And once you have that, then we can go figure out the balance thing later on. Okay, so it's easy to get sold. Get sold on that idea, right? Look, it's easy to get sold on the idea that you need balance and enjoy your day and wait for another. It's easy to buy into all that, but it's a lie. You need massive action. Successful people take massive amounts of action. These people that tell you you need to live in the moment, get into the chi of it all, relax. It's baloney. Look at their bank accounts. Look at where they go on trips. Look at how they treat their family. Look what they can give or not give to charities. It's baloney. It doesn't work. The most successful people on this planet take massive action and then take massive action again. If you want to make your dreams come true, if you want to become great at what you're doing, it takes work. And then it takes lots of work on top of lots more action. It's going to take massive amounts of action for you to get where you want your life. And trust me, once you get there, it will be worth it. It will be harder than you think, and it will be better than you think. These people that talk you into taking it easy, taking time off, don't work on the weekends, you're working too hard, you're working too much, enjoy life. This information is baloney. It is useless. It makes prisoners. It's swallowing up your friends and family and your coworkers to the point you can't even pay your bills. Don't let anyone convince you to have a mediocre life. You deserve more than that. When it comes to getting big results, if anybody's going to make it big on this planet with gravity and restrictions, where everywhere you go and somebody wants something for something, promise you the people that make it big, they worked hard, they worked long, and they worked hard and long again, and then they kept working hard and long, and they kept taking massive action. And then when they finally maxed out how much action they could take, they started hiring people and partners and affiliates and partnerships so that they could actually expand and take more action. If you want to become wildly successful, wildly, crazily, 10x successful, you have to take massive amounts of action. There's just no way around it. It's impossible to get there any other way. See, I love the action game. I love the action game because ever since I was a little kid, I was playing the action game. And then somebody convinced me not to take so much action because I was putting myself at risk or other people at risk. But the reality is the more action I take, the more I like action. I love getting things done. I bet you do too. I love the satisfaction of accomplishing a task. I like people telling me I work harder than anyone else. I have never met anyone that does not feel better when they finish a project, no matter how difficult it was, because they pushed, they worked because of the effort. Look, I'm happiest when I'm producing. I'm happiest when I'm creating. I'm happiest when I get things done. Aren't you? I love working in my yard more than lying on a sofa. And I love my naps, but I like work better. I feel better when it's over. Even though you could convince me to take that nap, I know I'm going to feel better if I put in the work. I know at the end of each of the activities, hanging around, watching, taking a nap, watching Netflix, wasting 2 hours at the movie, or playing on my PlayStation, whatever. Look, I know it feels good in the moment. It's like chocolate, It's good on your lips. It stays on your hips. See, I personally know that I feel better when I put discipline in my life and clean the yard up, pick up the trash, get the work done, see it through. I feel accomplished. Look, if you want to get any place in life, any place, I mean to the next place. If you want to get to a place that you feel good about, you got to take actions, not just action. You agree with me? Of course you do. Come on. Do you agree with me? If you want to get from here to the next place, it's going to be a hike. It takes actions. I have to do something. You have to do something. And then you have to do something more. If you want to learn how to be great at sales or anything, you got to take a bunch of action. If you want to take a trip, you got to fill the tank up. You got to put the fuel in the car. You got to accelerate the car. You got to fix the tires. You got to navigate your way. You got to check it out. You're going to have to get there, okay? If you want to build a house, you got to pound nails, pour concrete, or you got to pay somebody to do all that, which means you got to go make some sales to get them to do that because they're going to want some money. If you want to win the lottery, you got to buy the ticket. You got to take the action. To get results, you got to take actions. Actions, not action. Yeah, you got to work. You got to keep working. Stay away from people who tell you to stop working. There's going to be a massive, massive action campaign. I'm telling you, these people around you that are telling you to take it easy, they're like bad for you. They're the enemy. They're trying to suggest to you to relax, take it easy, that there's no way out. You can't do anything about it. You can do something about your condition with enough action. Do it when you make it. Do it. Do the relaxing stuff, the PlayStation stuff, the drinking weekends. Do that once you make it. Once you get there, once you struggle through, so that when you do get the money, you can go first class. You can stay at the nice places. You can spend the money without worrying, am I going to even be able to pay this money back? For now, right now, whatever level or whatever gradient or intelligence that you're at right now, wherever you are in your career, look, action will see you through to the other side. And I'm talking about massive quantities of action. I'm not talking about an 8-hour day. I'm not even talking about 10 hours. I'm talking about digging in. I'm talking about becoming the thing that when you look up in the dictionary, actions, boom, your picture pops up. Whoa, that's the guy.